When Lin finally seizes complete control of the Thunder Tower, he not only gains full control of the entire city's formations, but also expands his senses in every direction. His entire viewpoint shifts. Now hovering high above the ancient city, he sees everything with a clarity sharper than sight itself. Even the demon lord hiding in the shadows can't escape his perception. Lin glances at the drifting haze and immediately recognizes it as the Shadow Demon Lord, that infamous assassin type. He actually feels a bit amused, saying the abyss must really be desperate. He then remarks to himself that, under normal circumstances, facing them head-on would give him zero chance. But now, with the tower under his command, it's a completely different story. Another bolt of lightning bursts from the tower, this time far stronger than anything Feng ever managed. Though the demons resist with all their might, many still drop during the process. Feng, watching below, can't help but thrill with excitement and notes that Divine General Lin must have fully mastered the tower. Meanwhile, he silently admits that the tower's power in Lin's hands is leagues beyond what he could produce. Lin quickly confirms that the Thunder Tower is directly connected to the ancient city, and the core inside is the actual foundation. As long as someone controls the tower, the city itself becomes an impenetrable fortress, even against demon armies of this scale. No wonder the city has stood firm on the lower level for thousands of years. Lightning keeps pouring into our boy's body, but with lightning immunity, he barely bothers noticing. The earlier lightning strike was merely a warm-up, and he can feel the power stored for millennia surging at his fingertips. He gets increasingly excited, saying he's never fought a battle this rich in resources. Anyway, with the tower behind him, he's confident he can take on these demon lords head-on. With a roar, Lin unleashes wave after wave of attack. One strike nails a demon lord directly, and he's shocked to find the lightning actually injures him. Feng, ever proud, remarks that human heritage isn't something those brainless animals could ever understand. The demon lords, sensing danger, order a full assault. One of them charges first, slamming a fist into the city's barrier, but it has no effect. Feng casually tells him to give it up. Unless the demon emperor comes personally, breaking the city's defense is impossible. By now, Lin is fully accustomed to the tower's rhythm. Since they chose to go after him, they'd better be ready to die for it. A razor-quick flash of lightning drops from the sky before the Ice Flame Demon Lord can even react. He freezes mid-strike, face twisting as lightning detonates inside his body. Feeling that unbearable pain, he can't believe any attack could carry such terrifying force. But one thing he knows for sure, if he gets hit again, he might actually die. Terrified, he spins and flees in the opposite direction. But Lin has no intention of letting him escape. He remarks almost lazily that this technique is called Divine Slaying Thunder. As the name suggests, it doesn't just kill divine level, it's tailor-made to erase filthy demon lords like him. Another shot of lightning spears through the demon lord's chest. A heartbeat later, his entire body is blasted to pieces. Below, the human professionals stare wide-eyed. One of them quietly asks if a demon lord just died. They can hardly believe it. 2 bolts of lightning, and that's all it took. The entire battlefield falls silent in an instant. Feng, meanwhile, can't hide his shock at seeing Lin actually wielding the legendary Divine Slaying Thunder. At the same time, the remaining demon lords turn pale. Watching one of them get erased so cleanly makes their confidence crumble. But then, a mocking voice drifts across the sky, telling them that since they're already here, they might as well stay. The tower begins to charge again, humming with lethal power, and 2 fresh bolts of lightning instantly streak toward the fleeing demon lords. Realizing they can't escape in time, they throw up shields in desperation, but the defenses slice apart like butter the moment the lightning touches them. Feeling that crushing force tearing through them, they tremble with genuine fear. Meanwhile, the Shadow Demon Lord hiding on the sidelines didn't expect the situation to flip so drastically, and he grudgingly admits he underestimated the city's defense. Just then a shout echoes from above, scolding him that if he doesn't act now, they will all die here, and he certainly won't survive either. He grits his teeth and curses them all as useless trash. Abandoning his earlier plans, he reveals himself. His massive wings snap open, disgusting to look at, but enormous enough to blot out half the sky. The black fog coiled around him expands, and shockingly, it manages to block the Divine Slaying Thunder, making it clear that he's much stronger than the rest. With a sinister grin, he darts toward the city barrier, bragging to himself that nobody could have expected him to appear right beside the ancient city. After all, his ability lets him penetrate anything, barrier included, and for a moment, he's absolutely right. The moment he touches the barrier, he slips through effortlessly, as if the barrier isn't even there. But Lin just smiles, because he's been waiting for this exact moment. As the Demon Lord pushes half his body into the city, he suddenly notices something is wrong. The barrier hardens in an instant, his once smooth phasing slows to a crawl, and the next second, He sees divine slaying thunder coming his way. The lightning hits him dead center and blasts him backward. Terrified, he noticed thunder carries the power of rule, and that alone almost killed him. Meanwhile, Lin decides that it still isn't enough. He remarks that they could use a little extra flavor, so he pulls out his domain godstone. Instantly, a violent killing aura erupts, staining even the tower, which turned dark. The murderous intent coils with arcs of lightning, lashing endlessly toward the demon army. The sky fills with screams, with countless demons begging their demon lords to save them. Several lords combine their strength to block the attack, but it's nowhere close to enough. That's when Shadow Demon Lord notes grimly that there is only one option left. The demon lord behind him hesitates and asks if there truly isn't another way, but he coldly answers that it's either act or die. With Lin in control of the ancient city, mercy is off the table. One by one, the remaining demon lords take a deep breath and commit. Shadow Demon Lord releases a chilling roar, the sound waves surging like a tidal wave. The blast even pierces the city's barrier, forcing the people inside to clutch their ears in agony. Meanwhile, black energy pours from his body, settling onto the surviving demons. It isolates them from the lightning, and for a brief moment, they feel the relief of narrowly escaping death. But the next second, he orders them to do it. The weaker demons who believed their lord just saved them barely have time to look confused before their bodies are pierced through. The demon lords begin slaughtering their own people. The poor demons died without even understanding why their lords turned on them in the first place. Inside the ancient city, the human professionals stare in shock, wondering why the demon army is suddenly tearing itself apart. Only Feng Yiming clenches his jaw, recognizing they are planning for a blood sacrifice. Lin watches the scene unfold, feeling this all too familiar, but he still can't understand why they would go this far. They already have multiple demon lords present. Even summoning a higher-level lord shouldn't break the city's defenses. Meanwhile, the blood of the fallen demons gathers in the sky, forming a thick, ominous pool, though it is still not enough. Shadow Demon Lord grits his teeth and remarks that now it's their turn. Without hesitation, he tears open his own chest, letting a torrent of blood spill out. The other demon lords follow suit. The blood mass above grows rapidly, surging with terrifying abyssal fire, and a suffocating aura expands across the air. Inside the city, people collapse one after another. Even those floating mid-air drop to the ground. Feng Yiming is one of the few still standing, but his face drains of color as he turns toward Lin and shouts a warning, saying the demon lords are using the blood sacrifice to summon the demon emperor. Behind him, the human professionals stare in disbelief, shocked to hear that the true master of the abyss, the demon emperor, was actually descending. Even as energy violently pours out of his body, the Shadow Demon Lord breaks into crazed laughter and declares his welcome of the emperor. Meanwhile, the massive pool of blood twists and stretches, slowly shaping itself into a portal. From within, a single finger reaches out. It only taps lightly against the city's barrier, yet the shield shatters instantly, causing everyone watching in stunned horror. But almost instantly, the Thunder Tower rockets upward, reinforcing the barrier and meeting the Demon Emperor's finger head-on. For a moment, everyone is overwhelmed with relief, remarking to themselves that the tower actually stopped a strike from the Demon Emperor. Then, the sound of shattering glass echoes across the sky. Far beyond the ancient city, a colossal crack splits open. The impact between the tower and the Demon Emperor exceeds what the lower level can handle. Fortunately, the space begins to self-repair, and at the same time, the Demon Emperor's finger slowly gets pushed back toward the portal. It becomes clear that the demon's blood sacrifice could only summon a single strike from the Demon Emperor, nothing more. Just before the portal fully collapses, the Demon Lords are yanked into the shrinking portal one by one. Just moments later, the sky stitches itself back together, and the portal vanishes. Feng Yiming rushes towards Lin, still feeling the chill of near death. He notes with raw gratitude that they survived only because of him, and without him, the aftermath of this disaster would have been unimaginable.